Hi Brayden. We're going to do the herbed beer bread, which is part of what I sent to you today, the flour in the bag with all the spices, and you're just going to add a bottle of beer to it and bake it, and it's super easy. So I'm just going to show you how to do it just in case you're a little bit scared to try it on your own, but really, you can't mess it up. So here's everything you need. Dylan's helping. Here's everything we need. I have in a large bowl flour with your wooden spoon. This is 2 3/4 cups of flour. And to that we're going to add salt, baking powder.
Didn't you get that all over my face once by accident?
Probably.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oregano, some dried dill, some thyme, dried thyme, and here I've melted some butter that we're going to brush on with our little brush after it's all baked in the oven. And of course, a beer. What university student doesn't have a bottle of beer just ready for making bread?
And this is just a
Oh,
bucket.
and sugar. That's sugar.
You need this?
Your beer will be better if it's room temperature beer versus one you've just pulled out of your refrigerator. Your loaf pan, which I've already sprayed with Pam. If you don't have Pam, then maybe just put in some olive oil, rub it around with paper towel or butter, just something to grease it so it doesn't stick. And Dylan just touched it.
Yeah, that's the bottom.
That's all ready to go, all lubed up and ready to go. And because it's fall, I've got a lovely little decoration here next to my drinky poo.
It's a drink.
Yep, which we can't do without. I would have a beer, but I'm not supposed to have beer right now. It would just make sense with the whole bread thing, but anyway, I'm doing a vodka splash. So let's get started. Okay, Dylan's gonna get started with our spices. That should go in there, and our sugar. So 2 tablespoons of sugar. There you go.
Wait, does it go in there?
Right in there. One more.
One got in there.
Good. 2 tablespoons of our baking powder. That's the big guy, Dylan. Don't put it away.
Oh, I thought we were gonna do that now.
2 tablespoons baking powder. Level spoon. Yeah. There we go. Another one.
It's kind of like ice cream.
Good. Excellent. 2 tablespoons of that. Now we have measured out here in this little, in our hands. This is 1 teaspoon of salt.
Yup, it's
So
good.
that's gonna go right in there.
Right now?
Yep.
Okay.
There we go.
Should I start mixing it?
Now we're gonna move on to our
Spices.
oregano and thyme.
That's when you get,
1/4 teaspoon of each of those.
which is this teeny guy.
That little guy. 1/4 teaspoon. Doesn't matter if it's rounded. That's cool, Dylan. Totally fine. There we go.
Wait,
1/4 teaspoon of thyme.
It smells nice.
Smells like turkey dinner, doesn't it? Okay. And then we're gonna take the dill. You can open that up, Dylan. And not a
Nice.
measurement here. We're just gonna sprinkle.
Can I sprinkle?
Go ahead and sprinkle. Don't go too crazy. What we'll do is we'll just
Can I mix it?
incorporate everything. Yep. And if it looks good, then we'll continue. Just gently mix that around. Don't fling it on the counter.
Yes.
I think we'll take a little bit more of the dill. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle.
Let's smell it.
And that should be good. Okay, so flour and our spices are all ready for the beer.
And here is the beer that we have opened.
You can use any kind of beer. If you use some different flavors of beer, maybe a pale ale or even a Guinness or something, it's going to give you a different flavored bread. This is what I have on hand. So this is what we're going to use.
I'm going to be drinking alcohol.
Go ahead and, you're going to eat alcohol after it's
Yeah.
cooked. Go ahead and pour that in, Dylan. Glug, 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 glug. Just pour it all in.
It looks so cool.
Looks lovely. Okay. Nope. And now you want to just, you're not going to crazy mix this. You're going to mix it just until all the beer is incorporated into the flour. And it's going to get super sticky. It's a very, very sticky dough, so that's fine. You can put anything in this bread too. You could put cheese, you could put different spices if you don't like what I've done here. Sun-dried tomato, anything.
And
Anything
a dog.
goes. It's no rules. No rules bread.
Here's the cap.
And there's the cap.
It smells weird.
The cap smells weird?
No, I guess you can base on that. It just smells odd.
Oh, this smells like beer right now.
It actually smells nice. Can I eat it? Like, can I like when you scrape the spoon off?
Okay, so now this is going to go into
Our pan. Can I put it
the
in?
loaf pan. Now I've used, this is different from yours. I've used a gluten-free flour here. This actually feels quite a bit drier than I'm used to. So I'm not sure if the gluten-free flour maybe sucks up a little more. I'm kind of wondering. You know what? I'm gonna put it back in my bowl and I'm gonna add some more beer because I want it to be a little more wet. So let's pause for a sec, Dylan. Okay, I've added another half a bottle of beer here because it just was not the right consistency. It was way too crumbly. It should be a sticky dough, but still moist. I'm just gonna spray that again.
Spray.
And dump this in. I might have made it a little too wet now, but too late. I can't take the beer out. Scrape your bowl.
Get all of that good stuff out.
All of that goodness into your loaf pan. Spread it out as best you can. It's hard because it is so sticky, but all of these little bumps and everything that are on the top of the dough right now are going to make lovely crusty bits in the oven. So that's it. We're going to put it in our 375-degree oven, already heated to temperature, and it's going to be in there for 45 to 50 minutes. Okay, I had this in the oven for about 50 minutes. I'm used to it being a little more brown than it is, and I'm wondering if it's because of the flour. This is the first time I've done this bread with a gluten-free flour, so it feels like it absorbs a lot more liquid. So I actually took it out of the oven partway through cooking to baste it with some melted butter, and then I put it back in for the rest of the cooking time. We're gonna do this more. I've got my pan on my favorite little trivet here, my owl trivet with my owl mitten, courtesy of Linda from Italy. I love it. So Dylan's just putting some melted butter on the top. Again, I'm used to it being like way more crusty on the top than it is right now, but I'm hoping it's going to taste just as good. I'll let you know. So we're just going to brush this with butter, let it sit in the pan just for like 5 minutes, and then we're going to take it out and put it on a rack if you have one, or put it on a plate just to cool a little bit before you actually cut it and serve it. Okay? Dylan, you want to do the thumbs up?